Welcome back, everyone. Once again, my name is Brutal Mellow, and I'm your host today for the most part until later in the evening. You're watching GDQ's Juneteenth celebration, and I'm so excited today, celebrating Black independence, to be here with you and to just have time, to have fun, celebrate, talk about what matters, and to continue just pushing for that equality. So far, with the many events recently, there's a lot weighing on our minds. And we need times like this in order to come together as a community and to stay strong and keep moving forward. So speaking of moving forward, next week we have Summer Games Done Quick coming up from June 26th until July 3rd. And prizes submissions are still open, so please feel free to go to our website. In tandem with that, I also want to mention, if you're excited for anything for SGDQ, I invite you to tweet at Games Done Quick and let us know. Let us know what you're excited for. Maybe you'll get some interaction. Maybe some other people are also excited. It's going to be super fun. And as well, today is just the first day of the Juneteenth celebration. Tomorrow, we're continuing it, starting from 1 p.m. Eastern. Use the !schedule command in the chat to follow our runners for the event. Without further ado, I'm really excited for this one. We have Protokami up next with The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
Thank you for that. How's it going, guys? So like it was said, this is The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. This is my third speedrun that I've ever done. First one was Breath of the Wild. It was a subcategory for Trial of the Sword, and then that kind of got me the bug. So from there, we went into Brave Prince and Musashi, and then I kind of stumbled upon this game. It's a very, very fun run, very challenging run, but I would highly recommend anybody interested in learning the speed run to check it out. I'm going to go ahead and get the ball rolling. So we've got to delete this file real quick. Get our name set. Okay, and we'll start the timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. So the cool thing about this, and compared to a lot of the runs that I've had, you can actually skip the cutscenes in this. I don't know what it is about not being able to do that in other games like Samurai Legend Musashi specifically. You kind of have to watch through the cutscenes, and each cutscene is like 5 to 6 minutes. And it's nice because you kind of get to get a bathroom break, get some water, move around. But I kind of want to finish the run, So this starts like any other Zelda game. You're Link, you're laying in your bed, minding your business, and a kid comes in and kind of yells at you to get up. We're going to come across our first instance of saving. And we don't normally save throughout the run. It's just that this is kind of like a flag for the game. So it kind of requires you to save before you do anything else. Get a little save. Alrighty. We're just gonna follow, I forget this kid's name, but we're gonna follow the kid and make our way to the smith. Go into a little conversation with the blacksmith and the captain of the guard. And he's gonna tell us how lazy we are because we slept in. This is where we find out that because the captain wasn't minding his business, he left his sword. So we're gonna have to deliver it for him. So as we're making our way throughout the map, we're going to be hitting these save points. And these points are very vital for the run because these are what we're going to use for our fast travel options. So we're actually going to make our way up to Death Mountain. We're going to take this crow. He's going to help us out in jumping over these rocks. Sometimes that can happen though. You want to jump roughly around the same time that you're going to take damage, and you're supposed to get like a knockback. Whoa, that's weird. We'll try it again. Oh. Come down here. Our cabbage. Wow. All right. We are 3 for 3. Yeah. This is fine. Make our way down. This crow does not want to cooperate. There we go.
Finally, right?
Yeah. Oh, man. So that trick, let's see. We're going to try and save ourselves here. That trick is a little, not necessarily difficult to pull off. It's just, yeah, a lot can happen. It reminds me of, there's a trick in the Brave Fencer Musashi speedrun that requires you to cancel. Oh, we're gonna play a little safe here. So the key is we're not going to die just yet. We're gonna hit this weather vane right here. So there's a reason why I didn't make a bigger effort to get my health back up. That's because we need this. And now we're gonna take a death. This is the only intentional death in the game. So when we come back, we've skipped some sequences in the game. We didn't really, meet Ravio like we were supposed to. So now it just looks like a random guy set up shop in our house. But the sequence break was us actually skipping over the rocks. If you're familiar with the game, you are supposed to get the Titan's gloves. Are they? I can't remember if they're called the Titan's gloves in this game, but you're supposed to get the gloves that let you pick up rocks, and then you make your way through the cave. But since we didn't do that, the game thinks we're further ahead than we're supposed to be. This also allows us to pick up the fire rod and pick up the bow. And that was kind of the point of me picking up the rupees. It was just specifically for the bow. We get the fire rod for free because of the setup that we did. Normally, when you show up to buy the bow, it's supposed to be the first. I think it's supposed to be the first purchase you make. And if you're short on rupees, then he gives it to you for free. But I think if I remember correctly, that only applies to the bow. But because we did things out of sequence, you can apply that to anything on the list or on the table. So we opt to go for one of the most expensive items that's for sale, which is the fire rod and then the ice rod, which we will have the money for later on in the run. So the rest of this part of the run is going to be pretty straightforward. We'll talk to Dampe, which, by the way, Dampe's in this game. I thought that was a nice little call back to Ocarina of Time that they did. You know, I never quite got how to pronounce his name. Some people say Dompe. I put a little more emphasis in the A.
You could just completely silence the E and say damp.
Damp. You know what? I'm just going to start calling him Damp from now on. Thanks.
Easy enough. Yeah, he's damp. Don't ask why. Keep pushing.
Yeah.
That E is not there.
All right, we're going to make our way through the darkness. There you are. And there is a quote unquote money route that we have, but if we can pick up any extra rupees along the way, it all helps out. Wow. Okay, we got him. We'll come over here. And this is where we get introduced to Yuga, who is the main antagonist. Antagonist is the bad guy, right? I always get those words mixed up.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And this is where we're supposed to meet Ravia for the first time, but you'll notice there's two of them. And this particular thing is happening specifically because of what we did earlier with the crow. We're gonna walk out, and he's gonna ask to live in our house for a little bit. We're gonna make one purchase, and that's to get the tornado rod, because that's gonna be essential for a trick that we're doing later on. One thing you'll notice, for those of you that are familiar with the game, we don't have our magic meter. This, of course, doesn't mean that we don't have magic. This just means that we have no way of keeping track of how much we use. Oh, swing and a miss. So it's kind of important to keep track of what you're using, how often you're using it, especially when you get close to getting set up for specific tricks. There's a few key places you'll see me do off-screen shots like that, and that's just to get an early kill on the enemy in the area in hopes that they drop rupees. And that was just one. We won't go for that. Oop. Sometimes you can get really lucky on these rupee drops, and everybody just starts dropping 20s, which is really nice. One, two, three. One more time. right. Make our way around here. I always find it funny, and I feel like it's this game specifically. Like, it's always generous with the hearts when you don't need them. This is where we use our tornado rod for the first time, and we're going to set up for our next trick. Except not really. What we need to do is get him lined up. And keep you right there. Come on, good sir. There it is. So you intentionally take damage, and while you're in your invincible state, you want to do use your tornado rod. Once you become solid, the game registers that you're under or that you're over the Stalfos, and the Stalfos kind of pushes you onto the ledge. Go for the 2 shots. Oh. So to save ourselves on meter, we'll take the 1 shot, swing twice. We'll do that again. And then this last time, that's it.
Very nice.
All right. Right now, we're just making our way around the rupee route. This is where we get a good chunk of the money needed to rent the rest of the items. So generally, what causes a run end is a death. And the reason why it ends the run is because of the rental system. It just takes too much time to get the money necessary to finish the run. Now, from what I've been told, it is possible to beat the game if you're, depending on how far you are. If you made it all the way to Low Rule Castle and you end up dying, it is possible to beat the last part with just the bombs and the arrows. The problem, though, is that it's very hard to buy the bow again, which is why we buy it as early as we do. And the reason why is because if you notice the 2 Ravios, well, the Ravio in the back stands directly in front of the bow and does not move throughout the entire game.
But why?
I wish I had an answer.
I was thinking about it like, I have to ask.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean this bow?
You want to beat the game? Seems like you're in a situation that requires this item. Such a shame. Such a shame. Sahasra Shalora was going to give us a option to save, and we're going to deny. That's not how you pronounce his name, for anybody who just heard that. All right, we're going to go and buy the hammer, which is on sale for 20 rupees. We're going to buy the bombs. And then we're going to buy the hook shot. The reason why we're not going to buy the ice rod is because we need this money to buy another item. And I thought I muted that. So that was Gully's mom. That was the Gully is the kid that came in earlier today and woke us up from a really good dream. This is our this is our fast travel option. Irene the Witch. She stops us and tells us that she got a prophecy saying that she was supposed to take care of something green. And she assumes it's us. Gonna try for a quick snipe. Oh, went through. That's okay. Deny the save. We're making our way to Zora's domain, where we're going to be nicely bumped into this gentleman right here. All right, this is where our fast travel comes into play. We're gonna make our way back to Kakariko Village. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So that's what we're using the 200 rupees for. So since we didn't get the amount of money that I was hoping we could in drops, we're gonna go for the backup strat and pick up the 100 rupees here. That's gonna line us up to get the ice rod later on in the game. We're gonna come across this way. And we're gonna scare the shoes out of this guy. Like literally, he's going to give us his shoes because we scared him so badly.
Shady guy.
Yeah, very shady guy. So he tells us basically that he stole that stone we just purchased from Zora's domain. And he did it because he was fast enough to do it. So he gives us his shoes so that he never steals again. Which is, it's a little weird, but you know, whatever puts you on the straight and narrow.
Too fast, I just can't stop doing things I shouldn't do.
Yeah.
If somebody can't slow me down, I'm gonna have to take off these shoes.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you caught me, so you know, so stop stealing. All right, we're coming across our next trick. We're gonna set a bomb, activate tornado rod. Oh, we were a little late, but that's fine. We'll just do it again. There we go. So essentially what we used was a damage boost from the bomb around the height of the tornado rod, and it caused us to kind of just clip on top of the ledge. What we just did was skip a cutscene where she eats a fish and gets bigger. I don't know, but the whole point of the bloating she just experienced was because she needs the smooth stone, which is what we bought previously. Brings her back to her sleek, slender self. All right, we'll make our way down here. We're gonna make our way to our first dungeon. for a little swim. There it is. Try not to touch any of the... Oops, wow, thanks. We try not to touch any of the monster part drops. Okay. There we go. Third time's the charm. Just like little time saves for not touching those. We'll bounce this way. 1, 2, 3, and money. Nice.
It seems like all of the combat is super precise. Like
Yes.
not much RNG.
There's I think there's a few fights that are RNG. We skip a lot of bosses. I think Yuganin maybe has some RNG aspects to it. But most of the boss fights that we go through, you can manipulate them so that the run just doesn't go off the rails. Grab some money. There we go. There was no point in hitting that guy. I just don't like those things. Now we get the boss key, make our way around the fire. Set this up right here. See what he does. Okay, we're good. Get rid of that guy. You know what? I'm taking that too. Oh, get on. Hello? Okay, one more time. There we go. I just wasn't in enough. So that was basically a damage boost into the load zone for that hole. That's a little trick you can do over certain distances where you dash cancel. And the slide animation allows you to kind of extend how far Link can go. Oh, you did not go where I wanted you to. That's okay. Okay, sorry, having some issues here menuing. I think I did that too late. Yep, that's okay. Ugh. There it is.
Good fight.
So every now and then, so what's supposed to happen is you can stand kind of like in a diagonal direction from that boss, and you lay your bomb at a specific distance, and he's supposed to go towards you. But every now and then, I think it might be just an issue on my side, where you can set that up, and for whatever reason, it's like, you know what, I'm going to go this way. And you just kind of have to go with it. All right, we're going to make our way to Death Mountain now. We're going to get our hammer out. We're going to hit this rock, dash, take damage, and use iframes to walk through. Really wanted to hit that guy. Okay, we're gonna abuse the slide again here. This one is a little tighter, just because you only have so many frames to slide, and we got it, cool. More oftentimes than not, what'll end up happening, oh, let's wait for it. We missed. What ends up happening more times than not is if you slide too early, you end up falling in the hole. If you slide too late, then you end up falling off the ledge like I did the first time.
I thought the first time was intentional too, because you went right into that room so quick with it.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's really fast.
I mean, yeah, that's totally how that trick's supposed to go.
I was like, oh my goodness, did he just glitch to pick something up? Like,
this next trick we're about to do is a little on the difficult side just because of the timing. Before we do that, though, I'm going to kill this guy because I don't trust him. There you go. All right, we're going to line ourselves up. Oh. Definitely pressed the wrong button. All right. Tornado rod. There it is. Oh.
Nice.
And 2, and 3, and 4, and 7. So this is, I did that just to make sure I had enough meter to do the tornado rod twice. You have to do it twice in that zone, just because if you do it once and you can't get up to the second part, you will fall back down. Gonna go up against the dreaded towels. Oh. Gonna shoot here, shoot here. Weave our way through. All right. And I missed. You can get that on a 1 cycle. I just wasn't close enough to get that hit in, which is fine. This was a little bit of time. Grab a few hearts, smack a face, get your bow. And now we fight the Hamburglar. Oh, we missed. That's okay. So typically what we're doing, we want to get an early shot with the... Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Okay. There we go. You want to get an early shot with the bow. Your arrows count for 2 hits. Spin slashes count for 2 hits. And regular sword swings count for 1. So, it should be 2-2-1. But we I think what ended up happening was I ended up poking him instead of doing the spin. So that counted as 1 hit. But we got it. And that's going to be I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to ask if you could hit him with the hammer.
You could, but it's incredibly, I'll say for me, it's incredibly hard to land. Especially when you get to the later phases. Since the spin slash has such a wide range, I typically just go for that as the backup. Oh, get out of the way, little girl. So now we have all 3 of the pendants. We're going to make our way to the Master Sword. You're probably thinking to yourself that you never saw me get the first pendant. That's because we didn't. Because we beat the first dungeon, the game will register that it was given to us. So for this portion of the game won't flat out give you the Master Sword. You got to play a little mini game. Follow the ghost. So the first game is, follow the ghost. The second one, we're going to have to keep our eyes on 2 of the ghosts and not go into the direction that they go into. And every so often, one of these ghosts will go in the same direction as another. And it looks like they just went in opposite directions. So we'll go straight. And so now we have to keep our eye on 3 ghosts. Was that the right way? Yes. Just to clarify that last part, you actually don't have to pay attention to that last phase. Down is always the right answer. That was Sahasrara telling us that we indeed have the Master Sword and that he's waiting for us at the castle. So now we're going to go and pick up our last item, which is the ice rod. And we're going to pick up an ability that's totally not game breaking at all. And we totally won't be using it for the rest of the run to skip things we normally couldn't. This is where we get introduced to Quick Equip. This basically allows us to switch things on the fly. So if I'm out and about in the field, I can just tap the button and scroll through and pick the item that I want.
That's a great secret, but I was hoping the secret would be why the other one is standing in front of the bow.
What's that?
I was hoping the secret would be why the other one is standing in front of the bow.
Oh.
Like, there has got to be a solid reason for that.
Because reasons. That's literally all we got. I want to stand here and nowhere else. You don't ever have to go to the bathroom? Nothing? Just, okay, all right. I think it's because at the very beginning, being seriously, I think it's because at the very beginning of the game, that's where he stands. And then once you activate the store, he becomes a moving object or a moving NPC. But because we did things out of sequence, the game won't take away the first Ravio and replace him with the second Ravio. There's just two Ravios.
There's two Ravios, and he decides to park himself in front of the most inconvenient spot forever.
Yep. And I would say that the bow, the bow is the most important thing in this run. This is where we're supposed to get the first pendant. But because we did things out of sequence, we actually are forced to go through the cutscene one more. Well, I say one more time, but for the first time. This is just so that the actual guards that are supposed to be here are removed from the areas we're supposed to go. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye. Get our ice rod ready. Oh! And down you go. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. One more time. Hello? They do not want to push me on. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, we're gonna have to do this the regular way. You know what? I'll give it a try one more time. All right, we'll just, yeah, it's fine. It's funny because that one is actually the easier one to do. Oh, definitely grab that. But essentially what's supposed to happen is it pushes us through. We end up on top, and we end up on top of the door over here. I never understood this cutscene, just because when the camera pans out, you're gonna see that there was a door directly to her left side that she could have left on. So this could have been 100% avoided. Like right, it's literally right there.
maybe she just wanted to be drawn up.
Yeah, you know. All right, this is pretty straightforward. Just kind of running our way through the castle, making our way to the top. I've been, and every time I do this, every time I say it, I have to refrain from singing that song, "Making My Way Downtown."
That may be the best Zelda art I've ever seen.
Right? Like, this guy is clearly one of the most talented people in the Zelda franchise.
Born with crayons for fingers, for sure.
Yeah. So this boss fight is essentially guess where I am. The telltale sign on him is the flame on the staff. And honestly, if you can look close enough, you can kind of see on the wall, you can see on the wall where the flame is going. So it makes it less of a guessing game. We're just gonna walk into this mysteriously dark, smoky crack in the wall. Run down a little bit. So we're running to our first cutscene, and we come across Ganon. But we don't see him because we don't look at cutscenes. If you notice, things are a little different. You know, it's a little darker, very stormy. These guys aren't really wearing their traditional green garb. And we walk outside and get hit with a very sultry voice. This is Hilda telling us that we just arrived in Lorule, which is the equivalent of the Dark World for A Link to the Past. Oh, don't touch me. Whew. In Lorule, you really don't want to get hit unnecessarily because everything kind of hits like a truck. That guy right there, I think he takes off either 2.5 or 3 hearts. So it can really be a run ender if you get hit too many times. All right, we're gonna go for our first major trick. So now that we're in the harder parts of the run, the tricks are, of course, just as tricky. We're gonna set up our ice rod. We're gonna line ourselves up. That didn't work. We'll try it again. And I'll explain what I'm doing after we do it. time. No. So essentially what we're doing, there we go, is trying to clip ourselves into the wall like so. The reason why this is possible is this goes back to the quick equip feature. If you hit quick equip in the middle of an action, it cancels Link's animation, allowing him to move again. So when we drop things like the ice rod, we can end up going under it, under the ice that's falling, causing us to do things like clip through walls.
That's a really cool trick.
We're gonna be doing this a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. Ravio had a better secret than this is a pretty good secret then.
Yeah. All right. This is gonna be a hard trick to do, just because there are a few things we want to avoid. Actually, I'm gonna be quiet so I can make sure I grab this. Oh, that's fine. That's you obviously don't want that to happen, but that's better than what could have happened. So we are pretty much skipping this boss fight. It's not that big of a deal if we end up having to fight him. We just really don't want to. I'm trying to make my way to the entrance. So behind that wall is a stairway, and we're trying to touch that stairway so Link can jump. There we go. One more time. So Link can go up there and get the next portrait. And the reason why I keep falling is because you're actually standing on just a few pixels. Oh, okay. We got the worst case scenario, which is fine. It's very easy to get pushed out of that wall, especially when you get closer to the. Oh, don't touch me. Closer to the stairway.
I love how in a game where multiple tricks take you right to the boss room, this is still the worst possible.
Yeah. Grab the ice rod. Oh! I'm not supposed to be here. Oh, we're good. So it's not a terrible fight if you know how to manipulate them. But still, it's definitely not ideal.
Ideal. I was trying not to say it, and you said it on accident.
I did. And that's why I'm laughing. I set you up for it. And you know what? I'm not mad that you went for it either. All right. So, first boss is down. We're going to take a little run this way. This next trick that we're about to do involves the trick earlier with the ice rod that makes us clip out of bounds. But you're also going to see another trick done for the first time that involves the tornado rod. Or I'm sorry, the fire rod. Make our way this way, and we're going to stop at this flower. Oh, a little too far. So the idea is to have the ice block clip us in like that. We're going to get rid of that guy. Now we're going to take our fire rod. We're going to line ourselves up and end up out of bounds like this. Oh, ooh, almost ran off the edge there. All right, we're gonna line ourselves up here. Walk down this way. Grab the heart and rescue the next person. And we just completely skipped the next dungeon. Okay. Get a little cutscene. And this is where you find out that Hilda was kind of in on the princess kidnapping. From here, we're going to make our way to back to Kakariko. And go do the Skull Woods. Go a little run this way, run off to the right. All right. Watch out for the one-eyed giant throwing bombs. I didn't like that guy in the original one either. So we got a few small tricks throughout this run. Let's see. Make our way back up this way. Let him get hit. Oh. So if you're ever in a spot where you have a eel kind of just sitting there and he's got that electricity going, you can use your lantern to damage him. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about the music, and I can 100% agree. The job they did, redoing a lot of the original music has been phenomenal. For me, that's all it takes to get me sucked into a game, no matter how bad it is. If it has a good soundtrack, I'm playing it. Oop. It's funny because I was actually talking about this last night. Knuckles Chaotix, probably one of the worst Sonic games out there. But the soundtrack is really good, like really good. Get rid of these guys. So one thing you can do to kind of force the hand out early is put yourself against the wall. I'm guessing since he has nothing to catch, he'll just, you know, smack the ground in frustration. Oh! There we go.
Did you just accidentally say putting yourself against the wall will force their hand?
I did.
You're saying these things. I'm not even pulling the triggers.
I don't even know I'm doing it.
It's just hand is what's in your head. So you're like, force the hand.
I'm coming at you like you're the problem, but it's me. It's been me the whole time. And I absolutely love that. That's the moment you came back.
Right.
Oh. The puns are in my heart. Let the puns consume you. Oh. We're gonna grab that. We're gonna do a little trick here. We're gonna throw it. We essentially just tricked the game into thinking that we actually threw that in when we didn't. Oh, that's a time loss. You never want that to happen. Also, that may or may not have messed the trick up as well. So, if you drop that eye, if you drop the eye, you can't pick it back up again. But this is a very unique situation, so I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. Wow.
Wow.
He is after me. He is definitely after me. Best thing you can do. Right? Best thing you can do in situations like that where you're not quite sure is just get rid of them. But I have an ongoing joke where I count things that don't normally happen in a speed run, and that's been happening a lot. All right, we'll wait for the next guy. So if this ends up being the way I think it is, we are going to have to go and get the second eye. It's going to take a little run in the dark. Oh, that's a wall. Grab a few hearts. Yeah, so the game has registered that we have put the eye in. So now, what we are going to do, we had to keep track of what, you saw those beams of light coming in? We had to keep track of which one was the right beam. And I'm glad I remembered which one it was because I haven't had to do this in a long time. Now, you can grab this. Oh no, not today. You get out of here. So we'll try and speed this up just a little bit. Make our way over. Don't touch me. Thank you. Oh, look who came back.
A hand. Just missed.
Alrighty. Yeah, he
He just wants
wanted
to
give
up.
I hate that I'm laughing at this.
Very Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. So that boss fight, we don't do it. Oh, man. Okay. That dungeon's out of the way. We're going to go back to our house, which is actually not our house in this world. We're going to make our way to Death Mountain. Oh, nope, we got the right thing. Cool. I was gonna look for the tornado rod, but we've already got it out. We're gonna take this guy, take him for a little walk.
Hop, hop, hop.
Oh, wrong thing. Almost forgot how to do the trick. Oh, he pushed us out. That seems to be an ongoing thing with these tornado rod tricks. I just get pushed out. There we go. So, can't really explain why that trick works, but for whatever reason, when you get hit in the way that I just did, the game, for whatever reason, registers that you're further along the left than you actually are. So the hook shot head goes a little too close, goes to the left of your position and latches onto the wooden post. Oh. You know, every day I play a video game where you have bats. I have a wish, and it's that whoever was the first person who had the idea of let's put bats in a video game and make them the most annoying thing possible, that they stub their big toe every single day.
I love that. I love that. I literally earlier today I was talking about dogs and prawns, like shrimps in games are always the worst.
Yes. Like for no reason. Oh. And we get to visit our friend again. But you know what? I'm not going to deal with him this time. I'm just going to... This time we're going to stand a little closer. I try standing on that end just to keep from dealing with, you know, the more bats that'll be over here. But they were nice, sort of. Stayed out of the way this time. Gonna do a dash. Alrighty. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with having throwaway enemies in a game. But it's bats specifically for me. All right, this trick is probably one of the hardest ones in the game and incredibly disastrous if we get it wrong. So I'm gonna kind of focus up. Okay, there's the first part. We're good. Okay.
Nice.
So we did a series of clips to avoid going into this boss fight, which we kind of technically did. For whatever reason, the boss spawns on when you touch the lower half of this platform. And where we land is just above the load zone. So if you're just a little bit under, it activates the boss fight. This is one of the hardest boss fights in the game that you fight because you don't have the upgrade to your tunic. And it will decimate your health if you're not careful. Between that and the ice, I would even say that that fight is harder than going up against Ganon. Gonna go back to the light world. Sorry, my dogs are moving around in the background and I didn't know what was going on. All right. This next trick is kind of on par with difficulty, just because of you intentionally take damage, and like I said earlier, damage isn't really something you want. Okay. Oh, I took damage. You don't want to kill him. Oh, that's actually good positioning. Cool. You want to push this guy into the corner. I actually want him to turn around. You know what? It's fine. And that locks us on here. So normally that guy would catch us if we hit his red beams, but because we were slightly above ground level, it doesn't register. I'm just gonna play the patient game here. Now, worst case scenario with that trick I just did is if you fall to the left and go in the water, it's a soft lock. Make our way down here, press a button. Go ahead and grab ourselves a key. So there's an enemy in here that you can't really see. I was not trying to pick that up, but thanks anyway. Always wanted a monster tail. And he can be really annoying sometimes. Because you can't see his position. He's one of the enemies that have a mask on their face. So if you hit it from the front, it'll just rebound. Taking advantage of the quick equip cancel right there. I was a little too far back. There it is. Grab our bombs. Get rid of that. So we're setting this up so that all of the orbs on the bottom, you know what, come here. I'm not dealing with you. Get light in them so that we can get to the boss. Go downstairs one more time. Oh, that is a torch. Oh, that is not what I thought it was. We actually want the, yeah, that. Get our bombs ready. Go down one slide. Oh, that happens from time to time. I didn't want that. Ugh. There we go. I did want that. Ugh. Yeah.
Ow! It just stopped.
Because reasons.
I guess you know the feel for it and you were expecting to be robbed, but I was surprised.
Oh no, I was definitely surprised at that. Like, wow, okay. Oh, we need that. There we go. So we're going to come over here. We're going to light that on fire. We're going to drop 1, 2, 3. And one more. Oh. When he opens his mouth like that, did anybody watch How to Train Your Dragon? Because he reminds me of Toothless. This is not an ideal position. Yeah, he sometimes does not like to play nice. There we go. He's one of the enemies that you can't necessarily aggro in a sense of they lock onto you. All right. Getting these little gnats in my face. Okay. So that little flame rod trick we did earlier, we're going to do one more time. Well, that did not work the way I thought it would. You don't have to kill these guys. I just don't like them. They can easily get in the way. Oh, didn't cancel. There we go. This sets us up to get into the next dungeon. Now we're doing these dungeons a little out of order. This helps us skip a cutscene. And what I did there was I swam to that dock that you can jump on. And then I took damage. So if you swim to the dock and you hold B, it stores a type of jump. But you end up having these guys that like to make your life as miserable as possible. So you kind of want to do this quickly. There we go. And that jump allows us to do what you just saw. And then we just tornado rod, we tornado rod through the grate. I'm gonna pick up some health. We're gonna run around. Oh, and we're gonna completely miss the door. That's fine. Oh, I missed him. And I'm out of magic. There we go. Going this way, avoid the fire. Now we're gonna set up. Gotta watch this guy. There we go. Grab a tornado rod. Oh, it did come through. What happened? I must not have been where I needed to be. Wait for him to leave. Get a little higher up this time. There we go. Hello? What should have happened was I must have gotten hit a little early. So at the peak of my jump, how am I? At the peak of my jump, I take damage and then we clip through. And that's the wrong thing. I need to be right here. Let's try this one more time. This trick is it's a little hard just because of the amount of damage you take to make it work. The only damage you should be taking is the damage boost from getting hit by his flame. So here's what we'll do here. Excuse me, sir. Oh, I can't. Okay. Don't get hit there. That's okay. We've got a few safety precautions. That'll keep us alive. There we go. I might be a little too early, yeah. Get up here. Wait for him to come back. There we go.
Let's go.
Whew.
That was legitimately nail biting.
Yeah. And I was inwardly going, not like this. Please, not like this. Get out of here. Where's the other guy? Get out of here. All right. We've got health. We've got a not rip run. We're gonna hit this guy a few times. There we go. Just gonna do that. We'll let that out. And you find out that you're actually fighting a giant turtle. Okay. Oh, he went for the worst possible thing. You don't want that to happen. What you want him to do is not that again. Wow. Okay. So what you want him to actually do is lunge his head out. So here's what I think. Here's what we'll do. Yeah, like that.
I think he got a little too excited watching Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I have never had this boss do the spin that often. A lot of times what'll end up happening, he'll alternate, right? He'll start off with the lunge. Sometimes he'll do the spin, but even afterwards, he'll go right back into the lunge. I think the game knew that I was in a marathon today. Because when I tell you, like, everything that has happened in this run are things that don't normally happen in my runs. Like, that is the staple for today. So the reason why we do this, we do the dungeons out of turn. I think I mentioned this earlier, but it is it gives us a it allows us to skip an unskippable cutscene. Oh, I couldn't use my mouth words there for a second. We'll make our way back to the village. Of course. You guys just can't mind your business, huh? We are walking a narrow path. We are talking about despair, and we're going back to thieving. There we go. Okay, looks like I'm having some quality issues. We're back. All right, we're back. So, just to kind of explain what that was, there are two ways that you can currently stream or stream and record a 3DS. One is custom firmware, and the other is a hardware mod. What I'm using is the custom firmware. The issue with the custom firmware is that it relies mostly on, by mostly I mean entirely. It relies entirely on how good of an internet connection you have. And even at times when you have the best internet, it can still run into little hiccups like what was just experienced. So just to give an example, I have 1 gig up and down, and we still hit the snag. What I may have to end up doing is resetting the capture, which isn't a big deal. But we'll keep it going for now. Okay. Oh, ooh, hey. Yep. So you don't want that happening. I caught myself running in a diagonal. I caught myself running diagonally, and you can't do that. Do it again. So the game right now is just when it's doing that back and forth, it's registering that I'm in two different spots that I'm not. I'm like in between floors right now. I'm gonna make my way up here. We're gonna slide, go into this boss fight, or a mini boss. Oh, get back, get back, get back. There we go. We'll grab our key. And this is arguably the worst part of any dungeon. The guide. So the reason why is because we're not allowed to use any of our other functions like running. If you start a run, she stops where she is. So you do have to take this a little bit at a slower pace. There we go. I don't know what happened there. All right. We're going to leave you right here. Go ahead and drain the water here. Just to save us a little bit of time, we're going to drop a bomb onto that switch to lower the platform.
Chris.
So far. Right way up here. Now, this is, you mentioned using the hammer earlier. This boss fight that we're about to do here in a minute definitely utilizes that.
I'm so ready. The hammer animation is my favorite. That's why I asked. It's a really satisfying overhead smash.
Yeah. The reason why we utilize it is because the boss in this game takes double damage. Please don't hit me. Thank you. And by double damage, I mean, that was weird. I just kind of floated there for a minute. He takes damage from the swing and damage from the impact of the hammer itself. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. Oh. One of the not so benefits of running custom firmware. If you press Y and X, that pulls up your menu options for changing certain things, like going into debug mode, stuff like that. You just got to be careful about your button presses. Thankfully, there isn't anything in this game that requires you to press those two buttons at the same time. All right. Start off here. Oh. So we just do this until he decides he doesn't want his, Yep, there it is. And I missed. This is where he takes off his head. There it is.
Bingo.
So you can audibly hear the double hit. So he's actually taking, I think he's taking 4 damage because the each hit on the hammer is worth 2. Sadly, though, that's the only boss that's affected that way. Yeah, I absolutely love the game. I'm a huge Zelda nerd. Followed closely by Sonic the Hedgehog. Super excited for Sonic Origins, by the way. But this particular game definitely goes into my top 5. All right. That is the last dungeon, and all that's left is Lorule Castle. So this particular one, the boss fight is pretty straightforward. There's just a very tight trick that we have to do, and it's just the one. I was actually talking to somebody earlier, and like, there's just so much coming out this summer, and I'm poor. Like, I can't get them all. You've got the Ninja Turtles game that just dropped. You've got the Klonoa stuff that's dropping. You've got Sonic Origins. You've got DNF Duel. Like, there's just so much happening. All right, we're gonna set ourselves up for a trick here. And basically, we use our slide to get on top of this railing. We're gonna grab this key. One, two, three, smack. 1, 2. Oh. So the reason why I'm counting my hits is because after the third swing, he will block with his mace. So we can cancel the block by hitting him with an arrow. Twisted, me and the kids are just eating ramen for the rest of the summer. That's all we got. Chicken ramen and grilled cheese sandwiches. We're going for the safety strat of picking up the armor. Okay, got that. Now, we're gonna take this big bomb and we're going to line it up like so. And now we're going to look for a very specific frame. We're basically lining up the tip of our hook shot with the tip of this triangle. We were off. What's going to happen is the rebound of hitting the rock with my sword is going to cause me to jump. And that jump, timed with the explosion of the bomb, is going to give me a knockback. It's not as precise of a trick as I'm making it, but I look for a specific frame. There we go. Gonna run down this way. So that's a thing that can happen. And it has something to do with my positioning. So if that happens, we kind of have to do that trick over again. Make sure you don't get hit by that thing. Yeah, it's not gonna work. There we go. Okay. This is one of the reasons why I still kind of go for the backup strat of getting the blue tunic. There we go. There we go. Gonna get the bow ready. Pick up a few hearts before we go into this last boss fight. Alrighty. Oh, that is a position you don't want to be in. Come on. Oh. So anytime I see the animation of him going to make the swing like that, you want to go for the bow hit. sure you don't get hit with that. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I thought the other one was close.
We've almost got him. One more time. There it is. First phase done. Remember that lovely fight with Ganon from Ocarina of Time? The tennis game? Well, we're doing it again. So, I can't speak for all the other runners who go for the backup strat, but this second phase is honestly why I go for it. He throws out these fire bats, and it can be a little difficult to maneuver sometimes. I'm gonna go for the first hit, hit him from behind. Activate the fire bats. There it is. He's going to change up his attack. Go for it again. Oh. Oh, this was almost a somewhat clean boss fight. All right.
Totally clean to me.
So one thing to note about these balls that I'm hitting, you can't just do a wild swing. You actually have to time your hits.
I could tell it was clear that you'd slowed. You had to wait in the beginning, and then you sped it up as it started to get faster.
Yeah. What happens is it's not time yet. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. Where time happens when we touch the Triforce. But yeah, what ends up happening is if you do a wild swing at it, it'll float away from you for a little bit, and then it'll come at you faster and explode. And here we are. Just gonna take a little walk. Have a little cutscene. And time.
GG.
Whew. Man, that got a little rough. It was a little scary, but we got it. Thank you guys so much for allowing me back on again to do this run. Like I said, this is one of my favorite Zeldas, and definitely one of my favorite runs to do. if you have any if you want to get any information on it, feel free to check out the Link Between Worlds Discord. There's plenty of material online, or I'm sorry, on YouTube that will walk you through each and individual trick, as well as the optimized parts of the run. But yeah, that's all the spiel I've got.
Thank you so much, Protokami. Give it up, everyone, for an excellent run. Link Between Worlds by Protokami, so fantastic. Claps in the chat. Once again, everybody, I just want to remind you that we are here today celebrating Juneteenth. So have some joy, be excited, celebrate the day with us. We're about to take a short break. Before we do it, I want to let you know, you can subscribe, and from now until July 15th, GDQ's revenue from subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits after taxes will be donated by GDQ to Doctors Without Borders. So get that sub in. It's official. It's now all the way through July 3rd, and we're really excited to have you. But for now, a short break. We'll be back after just a little bit. See you soon.